Really short video today. We're going to talk about what is an enthusiast watch or an enthusiast brand. Let's get into that after the intro. Hi, I'm Pete McConville, and here I like to overthink, overanalyze, and just geek out on watches far more than is healthy for a grown man. This is a short and a little bit playful / controversial video today on what is an enthusiast brand? What is an enthusiast watch? This is inspired by a recent video that George Kern did with Hodinkee, a fantastic interview with a lot of stuff really interesting in it, which I'm going to address in more detail and probably more seriously in another video. But this is really actually not so much inspired by the video, but by the comments that came out of that video. And that was that, okay, so everyone knows that George Kern has taken over Breitling. Everyone, I think, will know that he has been enormously successful in making Breitling more successful. You know, the brand is worth 5 times what it was when his company took it over just 6 or 7 years ago. It's now considered relevant by a lot of watch publications and a lot of watch media and a lot of watch enthusiasts who in the past dismissed Breitling as nothing, as a mall brand that normies and only normies bought. But what was fascinating is in the response to that video, there was another kind of response. And you see this same thing happening a lot in Breitling forums like What You Seek, where their response is, George Kern has done well at making Breitling a more mainstream brand, but at the expense of being a brand for enthusiasts. It is no longer a brand around watch people. It's now a brand around, mall folk. And it's interesting that you've got two groups of people looking at the same thing, coming up with completely different ideas of what is an enthusiast brand. You've got the people who were enthusiasts, who saw themselves as enthusiasts, loving Breitling, particularly the Breitling that they knew, so the Breitling of, say, 2000 to 2015, that was an enthusiast brand. But then when it changed to become something wider, they saw that they had turned their back on the enthusiast. Conversely, people who were not within the Breitling family, if you like, between 2000 2015-ish, see the changes that have happened in Breitling and see that it has now become an enthusiast brand. It has now become a brand that people have interest in. Which led me to the thought, maybe an enthusiast brand is any brand you're enthusiastic about. And conversely, an enthusiast watch is any watch that you're enthusiastic about, whether that comes from a fashion house or whether it comes from Seiko or whether it comes from Rolex or whether it comes from Breitling or whether it comes from Chanel or Dior. If you are enthusiastic about watches and if you are enthusiastic about that brand is an enthusiast's brand. And that we should perhaps stop trying to segment brands as being for enthusiasts or not, because there is no way of doing that without somehow denigrating the enthusiasm, the watch passion that people who buy that brand have and enjoy. So yeah, that's just my rant. I think that there is perhaps either no watch company is an enthusiast's brand or every watch brand is an enthusiast's brand. What do you think? I've been Pete McConville. This is what I do. Leave a comment below if you like what I do. Subscribe and do all that sort of stuff, and we'll get into it later. Bye.